Well, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our Thursday morning business chat. This is where we get together and share some things that hopefully can help you build your business. And we had a great discussion yesterday on our leaders call. Go for it.
Yeah, Wednesday mornings are a great call. It's one of our favorite calls. All of our calls are favorites, but Wednesday morning is kind of an open mastermind with directors and above. And yesterday's topic turned out to be looking for leaders. And it was such a juicy discussion with the directors. We thought we'd carry it forward like we usually do. We practiced with all the directors so we could be more refined and targeted and specific with you. But we're going to have a really nice talk this morning about the whole concept of looking for leaders. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because we actually have a little outline that we're going to walk through and looking for leaders. And we're going to start by talking about why you want to look for leaders. And we're going to discuss the difference between a 1099 and a W-2 mentality. We're going to talk about skills versus attitudes. And then we're going to kind of zero in as we get towards the end of the call on how to approach them, how to present to them, and the secret to finding them. So very excited. So we're just going to jump right in. So and this is going to be participatory because we're going to be asking for feedback from you. So if you'd like to, share something in this sequence, so we're going to stay targeted on our subject matter this morning. But when we're going through these different points, we're going to be looking for interactive discussion with you. So feel free to unmute yourself and throw out an idea. And let's start by why you want to look for leaders. And, and I think one of the reasons you want to look for leaders is because they already know
How to lead.
They already know how to lead. How to lead. And that doesn't mean we don't want to continue looking for people with owies and health issues, because we have a solution to health and longevity and to wealth. But you know what? Leaders will help us get the message out, help us grow the business and impact more lives than a customer will. And certainly we all love customers. And I heard it equated one time that customers are like silver and we love every one of them. But brand partners and leaders are like gold, and they have a higher value and worth, and they're going to grow your business. So leaders already know how to lead. So does anybody want to share, why do you think it's productive to look for leaders? And just shout out your name and any idea you might have.
I'll go.
Okay.
This is John Ward in Nashville. It's when you have leaders, you don't have to, you can tell them something once and you don't have to repeat it over and over and over and over. They're self-motivated, they're self-committed, and they're self-responsible. Those are three qualities that are really important in network marketing. And those are people I want to work with.
Beautiful. Thank you, John. That encapsulates a lot. They run up the hill with you and there's no drag on the line. You don't have to be dragging them up the hill. That's great. Anyone else want to, why it's wise to look for leaders while you're building your business?
This is Heidi Miller. I love the fact that if I find a leader, I'm trying to keep up with them because I'm wanting to set a pace of a minimum, but if I'm chasing them and trying to help them set their pace, if I don't have to set a pace, I'm just chasing them.
That's so great, Heidi. And I'm gonna paraphrase that to a saying that I've always said is find the best and they'll do the rest.
That mean we get to retire, honey? What do you think?
We could, based on what we're doing. We love you. It's like we're not going to abandon our family. We love, we've fallen in love with our work. So
I'd like to add,
one or
if I
two
could
other
add to that.
ideas. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, leaders, what they do is they walk the walk, they talk the talk. They've been there, they've done it, and that's where I'm at right now. Is I'm really getting at what LifeWave has done for me and what it's done to my life, and it's a journey, and I'm ready to lead now at the point where what I've learned I can teach others. So it's walking the walk and talking the talk.
That's beautiful. Thank you, John. Okay, so because we're going to get to the juicy part, and this is juicy, and this is really setting the stage. I just wanted to briefly, you've heard us refer to the W-2 versus the 1099 mentality, and I'm just going to, share briefly with you what that means. And I heard this decades ago, and it just stuck with me. And the 1099 mentality is someone that reports to their job, punches the clock. What should I do today, boss? Oh, it's break time. Oh, it's lunchtime. Oh, it's break time again. Oh, punches the clock and they're gone. They don't think about the job until the next morning when they're racing to get there and punch the clock on time. They don't really take a vested interest in the business. They do what they're told. And sometimes it's good to have employees. We've got some, wonderful ladies that work out in the yard. In the summer, we have a crew to keep up our garden. But, they take initiative, though. And the W, so that's the W-2 mentality. I might have got it reversed. But that's the W-2. They just, they show up when
for dollars.
They're trading time for dollars, where a 1099 mentality is, that's what we are. We're 1099. We are commission-based, brand partners in LifeWave. And if we don't make things happen, the checks are non-existent or not very big. So I think you're looking for people that have kind of a 1099 mentality. Maybe they've been a business owner. Maybe they've led a flock. Maybe they've been a pastor, a minister, or a Cub Scout master. Maybe they've coached soccer, or maybe, they understand team and they understand self-responsibility. They're self-motivated, committed, responsible. So I think that's important. So the fun part, we want to talk about leadership characteristics. And this is where I'm going to turn it over to Robin, because she types faster and spells better than I do.
Is that the only reason?
Oh, because no, there's many reasons, but that's two really good ones. So what we'd love you to do, go ahead.
Okay, so now we want to take a look, and this is something for those of you that have worked with me. I like to ask new people to really identify the qualities and characteristics of the kind of people you want in your team. And we get to cherry pick our business partners. So pick ye wisely. So let's take a look at, from your perspective, what are some of the characteristics of leaders? And just unmute your line, share what you want to share, and then mute it again. I'm sorry? I didn't hear that. Someone spoke. So you can just unmute your line and share. We're just going to do a popcorn thing. Well, whoever wants to share, what are some of from your perspective, characteristics of leaders?
Hi, Robin, it's Linda. I believe leaders have compassion and care for their people.
Beautiful.
Great. Okay, who's next? Keep going.
They listen to their team.
Go ahead.
They listen to what?
To their team. They listen to their team members. They know where they're coming from.
Good.
Great.
Robin, they always show up.
And shout out your name if you don't mind when you're just so. Yeah.
This is Julianne in Nashville. They always show up and they always come to the team meetings and they're motivated.
Beautiful.
Great. Thank you.
To that.
I believe in risers. Wake up with the sun and let the sun set on your hard work. They're early risers.
Early risers. Okay.
I'd like to add to that.
Mm-hmm.
Hard for me to jump in, so I'm trying to sneak in here. I think when I look to a leader, they trust me. So if I'm going to be a leader, I have to be able to trust who I'm leading and then let them become a leader.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
They
Lisa.
grow leaders.
It's Jerry from Florida. They're going to solve the problem, not be the problem.
I love that. They're problem solvers.
It's Anne Marie in Vermont, and they are very resilient, lots of tenacity and self-starters.
Thank you. I love it. Okay.
By the way, let me mention, you don't need to write this down because right after this this meeting's over, we're going to post this in the Live Younger Facebook group so you can download it.
So you can just listen.
No, you don't need to take any notes.
No, they believe in what they're doing. They believe.
Beautiful. Thanks, John.
This is Julianne again. How about they're well connected? They have a good, they know a lot of people.
Thank you.
She just said what I was going to say. The leaders know other leaders, but they also hold themselves accountable. I'm sorry, David and Karen from Marietta, Georgia.
Thanks, David.
Darlene, Colorado Springs. They are positive. They have a positive attitude, and they don't let no's bring them down.
Great. Thank you, Darlene. Who's next?
Sarah from California. They love people. They're people.
Great. Thank you.
So true.
Sunshower in Sedona. They aren't afraid of the phone, and they love three-way calls and involving their upline.
Wow. Very good.
Heidi, did you hear that?
It's Ravel from Blue Mountain.
Did.
This is related to what
three-way time last week. It was awesome.
Okay.
This is related to what Sunshower said. Leaders are teachable and coachable, and leaders are learners.
Coachable. What was the first word, Ravel?
I guess it's the same as coachable, teachable.
Teachable.
Yeah.
And learners.
No, yeah. Leaders are learners.
Gary Wagoner from Alamosa, Colorado. Good morning. Leaders never forget where they came from, and they don't let their success to cause them to believe they have it made. They're always willing to be open for suggestions.
Beautiful. Okay, let's get a few more.
This is Myrna from Florida. Leaders are great followers.
Thank you. This is great, you guys.
Leaders are readers.
Meaning they teach duplicity.
What was that?
Leaders know how to teach duplicity.
Great.
They have good communication skills.
Beautiful.
That's good.
They are big picture people.
That's a good.
How about, this is Linda from Las Vegas, willing to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay, two more. Let's see, W, X, Y, Z. Let's go to Z. We got a few more.
Sunshine in Sedona, willing to follow the DMI system. I mean,
DMO.
Yeah, DMO.
You got it, girl. X, Y, and Z. Come on.
Leaders realize that attracting other leaders will reach out to will help more people.
Beautiful.
They are not know-it-alls. They are learn-it-alls.
That's cool. Know-it-alls.
I like having people. I like
Leaders that don't talk in generalities, but in specifics.
Okay.
Leaders are persistent.
What was that?
Persistent.
Persistent. Well, you guys gave a great list. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We could go on and on and on. So I want to have you guys look at this list. And I think many of you know I used to do leadership training, and I did this exercise for organizations for decades. I use the same exercise, and it's just amazing. When I talked to Barbara Lippincott yesterday on our leadership call, and she said, we did this in Siesta Key, and this is almost the same list. And it's really, really true, having done it so many times. So let's take a look at these qualities and characteristics and kind of look at them from the perspective of which one are skills and which one are attitudes. So, you know, compassion and care, I'm just going to go through a few, not all of them. Is that a skill or attitude?
Attitude.
Attitude.
Listen to their team.
Skill.
Yeah.
Listening is actually both.
It's an attitude. Yeah.
You know, let's say someone goes to listening school and they get an A. Does that mean they're a good listener? They have to want to listen. And so listening is both a skill and an attitude. They always show up and they're motivated.
It's an attitude.
It's an attitude.
Attitude. Early risers. That's an interesting one.
That's a challenge.
That's a skill.
I will say we have some leaders that don't get up before the crack of noon, but they're doing a pretty good job because they work till 3 in the morning.
And they're early in their life. Okay.
Yeah, they're on a different time schedule.
They trust people.
Yeah.
Attitude.
Attitude. They grow leaders.
Skill.
That's probably a skill and an attitude also. Great. Solve the problem, not be the problem.
It's a skill.
And attitude.
And attitude. Yep. Resilience, self-starters, tenacity.
Both.
Believe in what they're doing.
Attitude.
So what are you noticing as we go through these? I'm not going to go through every one of them. What do you notice?
More attitude than skill.
It's a lot more attitude than skill. And so that's a clue for everybody. And so now we want to take a look at, you know, if you're looking for leaders, how do you approach them? And I'm going to turn things back to Gregory.
Oh, okay.
Because it's his turn.
Yeah. So how to approach a leader? You know, I think it's, you know, as I think about it, number 7 popped over to the next line. I think I want to reverse things a little bit, and that's the power of the. Let's see.
Not the patch, but the power of
the secret to finding them. Okay, let's talk about the secret of finding them. And oops, I put it in the wrong place. And then we can talk about where to, okay, the secret to finding them. The secret to finding them is you need to be looking for them, right?
And you need to know what you're looking for.
Yeah. Now, we know what we're looking for because here's the characteristics of a leader. So now your job is to start looking for people that fit into those categories, okay? And you know, this was kind of a loaded statement because how many of you have watched The Secret, the movie?
Yes.
I have it.
I have not.
Most of you, yes.
Okay. Well, your homework, if you should choose to follow through, is go on YouTube and look for The Secret. It was produced probably 20 years ago, a long time ago. But The Secret was a breakthrough in personal development and leadership development in many areas. And The Secret movie is all about the law of attraction.
Be what you want to attract. And one of the things I like to do when people are new in the business is to write this list of qualities and characteristics of the kind of people you want, then go to your close friends and family and say, I'm very serious about building this business, and I'm looking for people that have these characteristics. If you know any of them, would you connect us? That's a way to expand your network. That's one idea.
I'll give you a perfect example of that too. And it can be very specific. You know, our company is going to be expanding into South Korea. And I'm looking for people that know leaders in South Korea that might help us launch there later.
What were you looking for? Milk?
No, milk. Whoever said that, we don't need any milk right now. And I don't know where the meat.
I handled it.
There, Robin handled it. So, and you know, and I'm going to say, Ron Rabin, one of our dear friends, and you know, one of the company's leading SPDs, lives in Central California, and he went around saying that, hey, we're looking for people that know people in Thailand, and he found somebody that knew somebody that lived in Thailand, and he has like 6,000 people in his group in Thailand now because of that. He didn't know anybody in Thailand. So it's the same with, you know, letting people know what you're looking for. So these are the characteristics. And I encourage you, and if you've already watched The Secret, I think we should all go back and watch it again, because it talks about the law of attraction, like attracts like. If you're looking for leaders, you have a better chance of finding them than if you're just looking for somebody that's limping or that's, you know, has this issue or that issue. Hopefully, that's one of our roles also, is to help, you know, help people extend and enhance their life with our wonderful products. But we can do that much faster and much more abundantly, and potentially shift it to a full-time income, like Robin and I and several others on the call already enjoy, and doing it full-time and being well paid for it. So the secret to finding them is looking for them and the law of attraction. And I think you said it, be what you're looking for. You know, look at this list and what can you do with this leadership characteristics? How many of these fit for you? How many of these are things you'd like to aspire to become?
I want to share a quick story about Be What You Want to Attract. I don't know how many people remember the old book, Creative Visualizations with Shakti Gawain.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah, yep, several of you. So she was a client of mine when I was at a consulting firm with Whatever Publishing, and I was visiting with Shakti, and I said, you know, I want to attract a partner in my life that has these characteristics and these characteristics. And you know, I had two men in my life, and if I could have combined them together, it would have been great. She goes, Robin, you need to be what you want to attract. So that was the beginning of my law of attraction education, was from Shakti Gawain a very long time ago.
Well, tell them the rest of it. Then what'd you do? You created a list.
Then I created a list of 87 things, and I got 86. Not bad, huh? I had to wait 51 years, but 49 when we met. But
yeah. So the law of attraction.
It works. Be clear and intentional about what you want to attract. Intention is so powerful, and being clear. I know in my life, I don't want people that are whiners. I don't want victims. I don't want people that are looking for what's wrong and always creating problems. That doesn't work for me. You know, drama people. And so take a look at how amazing this community we have is, because we got clear and then attracted you and you duplicated. And then we have this amazing, what I call treasure chest, and that's you.
So any other suggestions on the secret to finding them? Anyone who wants to share, or we'll move on to how to attract them and how to present to them in the last 5 minutes of our call here today.
Robin, can you add how a powerful intention to this?
Yes, up at the top. Yeah. I don't know if I can
add where?
To the secret of finding them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A powerful intention. I love that, Linda.
Yes, thank you.
Well, this is Sunshower, and yesterday on the Directors and Above call, you, Gregory, mentioned that acronym FORM.
Oh, yes.
Family, occupation, recreation, and message. So if you can remember that little acronym and start asking people those kinds of questions, they will reveal to you whether or not they qualify as a leader for your team.
Gregory, change attention to intention. I believe that's what Linda had intended with option C, paragraph 5.
Yeah, thanks, Heidi. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for catching that. So we're into, then we'll just shift to how to approach them and something, an age-old method for breaking the ice and connecting people. Because, we've talked a lot about, you need to connect before you deliver the message. You need to qualify before you present. And how do you connect with people? Well, people love to talk about their family. That, most people, some people don't, but people will also enjoy talking about their occupation, and they love talking about their recreation. And that means, oh, you got kids? Oh, I got kids. Oh, you got dogs? I got dogs. Oh, you're in sales and marketing? So am I. Oh, you like fishing? I like fishing. The more you are like somebody, the more they will like you. And they got to like you before they listen. Okay. They have to listen before they believe. They have to believe before they buy. That's the 4 steps to a sale. But they got to like you before they listen. So if they don't like you, don't bother saying anything else. So form, family, occupation, recreation, and then you can deliver the message.
Or meaning.
Well, this is my interpretation.
Okay.
So once I've connected with you and say, hey, just curious, Shannon, what do you know about stem cells? Oh my God, I just came back from Costa Rica and spent $30,000 on stem cell injections. Oh, really? How'd it work for you? You get the conversation started. So you then learn to steer the conversation by asking open-ended questions. And we've talked about that in one of our recent calls. So that's one way to approach them. What's another way that you might approach a leader?
I think this is Heidi Miller. I think asking them what they're working on right now. What project are you doing? Then you engage in their excitement level.
Yeah.
What are you excited about right now? What inspires you? Great.
I also think if you compliment something that you see they're good at, you can get them started to talk.
That's always a fabulous opener with a stranger, with anyone. Like, you've got such a beautiful smile,
Right.
What a cool dress. Where'd you get those shoes, It's amazing what can open up conversations.
It's very true. Okay. So
I saw a guy with blue hair and I just told him, I said, I love your hair.
There you go.
So compliment people on any number of things. Okay. Another way that you've heard me talk about how to approach a leader is something I call the counselor approach. Linda, I know you know a lot about health and wellness. And I just came across this breakthrough technology in stem cell activation. I'd love to get your opinion, and we could call it the counselor or the opinion approach. Because, leaders don't like to be pitched, but they love to be respected for their wisdom, their knowledge. And hey, I know that, Jerry, you got a lot of background in wellness products. Would you do me a favor if I sent you a short 3-minute video about this new breakthrough in stem cell technology? Would you take a quick look at it and give me your opinion? And the wonderful thing about opinions is everybody's got one, and most people don't charge for them except doctors and attorneys, right? So, and most people love giving a friend or, an associate or someone. I mean, it could be the president of your bank. Hey, I'm starting a new business. Oh, congratulations. And, they're handling your money. So they have a vested interest in your success, right? Yeah, it's a breakthrough in affordable stem cell technology. I'd love to get your opinion. And if I sent you a short little video, could you take a quick look at it and give me some feedback? And of course, you're hoping the feedback you're going to go is, whoa, I need to know more about that. And they might say, hey, it looks like a good business. Good luck. Okay, next. That's fine. So the counselor or the opinion approach are really good. So anybody else have any suggestions on how to approach leaders?
What about just listening to what they're saying? This is Julianne. Listening and hearing if they are dissatisfied where they're at right now. Maybe they're frustrated with the company or whatever, but I think listening is a good skill and attitude to have.
Good job.
And one way that I've heard and learned to find out if people enjoy their enjoy their work or love to work, say, when you find out what they're doing, say, oh, you must really love that. And watch the response. They might go, well, no, not really.
Or you might want to say, what do you love about your job? What do you love about your work?
Yeah.
And then that opens up that conversation. That's a powerful one, because you're finding that dissatisfaction of where they are.
So looking at the clock, I just want to zoom ahead and how to present. You know, I just think that the in touch remains our secret weapon. And it's not a secret, it's our free weapon. But, you know, that example I gave with going to your bank president, you could say, hey, let me send you, you know, can I send it via email or a phone? And you grab his business card, you get his phone number, you get his email, and you send it to him. So I think the in touch is the best way, and it takes the responsibility of the presentation. Remember, you're the presenter, not the presentation. You're presenting the presentation. You're the messenger, not the message. So the in touch is a great way. Another way that is our POP webinars. And, you know, so, you know, we put a lot of time in putting those together, and I hope they're working well for everyone. But POP webinars and three-way calling. But three-way calling usually comes in after they've watched a video or a webinar and have expressed interest. Three-way calling is more like the second or third step in the evaluation process. But how to present, we have wonderful tools and trainings on those tools. So any other suggestions on how to present once you've attracted a leader and got them engaged, and you find out, you know, you found some, you know, some familiar ground, you both are fishermen, maybe you're going to go fishing together. It gives you all day to talk about it. So how to present?
I think inviting them to the Monday call is very important. The Monday Miracle morning call.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Gregory, a minister and his wife watched your Power of the Patch webinar last Wednesday and called me and enrolled right then and there.
All right, it's working.
Thanks for sharing that, Ravel.
That it's working. Thank you, Ravel. Yes.
I think when you present, you have to have the intention that you're going to assume the sale, provided you've asked enough questions and got all the information that you need.
Thank you.
Can I
share going to their home and actually on their device, because then you understand what type of compatibility they have with how they're going to be duplicating the system. You know exactly what they're watching the InTouch app on, and how they're going to be duplicating watching the videos with their future prospects.
I don't know if it matters whether it's Android or Apple. It's both the same, isn't it?
Oh, it doesn't. I just wanted to know if they're watching it on their computer, because sometimes they say, oh, send me the link on my email so I can watch it on my computer. Or they'll say, I'm going to be watching it on my tablet. You know, can you send it to my my FaceTime, you know, iCloud account or so forth. And so at least you know how they're getting comfortable and cozy with their device.
Cool. Well, that's interesting. And Linda, you were going to say something, I think.
Yeah, I know you have the InTouch app there, but I spent I don't know, a couple hours just looking at the videos, like all of them, not all of them, but a lot of them. And as I was watching, people popped into my head, and I just sent them.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
That's modeling good behavior. We're past our targeted time. So I hope this has been productive. And I will post this and the recording into the Live Younger Facebook group. It takes a little while for the recording to process, so we'll post this document right away. And as soon as, I'll post it right next to the Facebook recording because it's already on Facebook. Yay.
Cool.
Well, any final thoughts or comments from anyone? This was a great session. It was very fun yesterday with the directors, and I hope you felt this was rewarding and productive for you also.
Yes.
It's Sun Shower, and the Monday night new member training through Judy Daniel was excellent with Robin as our guest speaker. And I believe it was recorded, but I've looked for it and can't find it. Do you know where it'll be posted?
Judy recorded it, and we went through, why I love network marketing, and maybe she'll share it. So we'll have to ask Judy.
I actually did, and she's looking for it too.
Okay, good.
That's great.
All right.
Well, thanks everybody. Have a blessed weekend as we're coming upon it, and go look for some leaders. Now we know what we're looking for. Good luck.
June 1st, go to work.
Woohoo!
A new month.
The new month.
And I do want to make just a quick announcement. And I put this in the Facebook group. The Host Hotel has sold out. The hotel next door will be, we will have a room block available right next door. So that's coming soon. So,
and they have a sky bridge between them.
Yeah. So it'll be easy to access both. I just wanted everybody to know. So make sure you get your reservations so we can all be together. It's a little while ahead, October, but we're already in June. How did that happen? Okay. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye. See y'all.
Go look.
Thank
for
you.
Thank you.
Really helpful information. Thank you.
Go find some leaders.
Thanks for a great call.
Wonderful, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Keep touching. Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Love your knowledge. Oh my goodness.
Thank you. Yeah.